Hello everyone, this is Searching for Players. I am David, Player 1, and welcome to a brand new episode of Loot Drop, where I'm excited today because for the first time in a while, we are not unboxing a loot crate, but we're actually getting to my favorite kind of thing, a video game collector's edition. And today we're checking out the new Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, this giant box you see right here. Which is just jump right in. Let's look at the box real quick. It's simple, it's clean. If you've seen other episodes, you know I always like it when stuff's real clean looking. It just says Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite on the front, and then on the back it's got the images of the statues and the Infinity Stones that we're going to find inside. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Let's just pop it open and let's take a look. And the first thing you're going to see sitting right there on top is the game itself. So let's start there and take a look. So it says Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite on the cover. It's just a sleeve that goes over the steelbook case. And the steelbook is pretty nice. It's very clean. The words Marvel vs. Capcom are on the slip cover. So when you take that off, the steelbook, again, like I said, has that clean look. It just has an image of the villain, which I believe is Ultron from Avengers merged with Sigma from Mega Man X, I believe. I haven't played the game yet, so... and let's go ahead and cut this open. As usual, we have our sword with +1 to opening. Alright, so we open that. Inside, of course, we have the game disc. And this includes the, I guess you call it the season pass. They call it the character pass. This will have the code for the 6 additional DLC characters. You'll get those, of course, as they're released. And the art on the inside of the steelbook is pretty nice. It has an image, a drawing of the 4 characters that the statues are all based on. And on the other side, underneath the disc, it just says Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like I said, it's a pretty nice steelbook. I like the art on the outside. Overall, the art doesn't necessarily blow me away. I've seen some steelbook cases that have some really nice looking art on the inside and the outside. But like I said, it has that real simple look that I like. No words or anything like that. Alright, so let's put the cover back on. And let's get to the big part. I'm going to have to stand up to get this out. Alright, so there we go. We got it open. One kind of neat thing, I always like little details like this. It actually has Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite engraved into the styrofoam packing. But let's get to the good stuff. So we've got 4 different statues that this actually came with. 2 from the Marvel side, 2 from the Capcom side. And let's go ahead and start with the Capcom. I'm actually really glad there's no Ryu statue. I've got several Ryu statues already from different Street Fighter Collector's Editions. So they went with a Chun-Li statue, which is cool because I don't really have any Chun-Li stuff. So the Chun-Li figure, I'm liking the details. She's, of course, in one of her iconic poses that she does in the video game. They're also color-coded. I believe the Capcom characters have like a green and blue on the base, and the Marvel characters have like sort of a reddish, orange, and yellowy color on their base. But no, the detail seems to be surprisingly good. So let's go ahead and check out the next one, which will be the Mega Man. It's actually Mega Man X. So again, looks just like the character from the games. Good detail. Mega Man is, he has clean lines and he's a fairly simple sort of design. But they nailed all of that in this figure. Of course, he's got these giant feet, so he's super solid on the base. Which I did notice now the bases look like they're pretty much identical for all the characters. I haven't checked the Marvel ones yet, but I know these two have the exact same bases with the exact same sort of miscellaneous debris in the exact same spots. It would have been kind of cool if they mixed it up, made the bases unique for each character. But like I said, it's not really about the bases, it's about the characters, and they've nailed that pretty well. So let's go ahead and check out the first Marvel. Let's go ahead and check out the Captain Marvel, actually. So she's actually a Marvel character I'm not super familiar with. I know she's actually getting a movie in the next year or two, so that's cool that they've actually included her in the game and gave her own figure. I do like the design a lot. And again, the statue's actually pretty good, nice detail. I do like the faces. Sometimes faces can get weird on statues. So far, they all look pretty good. Again, the base seems to be identical to the Capcom one, so obviously they just sort of created a generic base and then put the figures on each and just recreated the base for each one. Alright, so let's take a look at the last statue, which is Iron Man. And of course, thanks to the movies, Iron Man has become a very iconic Marvel character, so it makes a lot of sense that they put him in. I definitely like it. I don't have any Iron Man, figures or anything like that, so it's cool to have one. And again, good detail. The armor's got a nice shine to it. He's in a cool pose. He's got that orange and yellow base, again, identical to all the other base designs, except for the colors. Yeah, overall, I'm pretty impressed by the statues. They're good sizes. They're good quality. I wasn't too sure, if the plastic was going to be really cheap or flimsy. Like I said, they're not super heavy duty. They're not heavy by any means. But they're surprisingly good quality, and I like the looks and designs of all of them. Now, it seems like they sort of go together, like they can kind of connect. The bases are shaped so that they sort of fit into each other. They don't lock in or click in or anything like that. Personally, I'm probably going to wind up putting these, all over my entertainment room in different places. Chun-Li will go with all the other Street Fighter stuff, something like that. But like I said, I like them more than I thought I would, actually. And it's cool to get, a mix of the Capcom and the Marvel. So let's go ahead and check out the last item. So when you open it up, there's these 6 stones inside this felt case. I'll be honest, they kind of look like Easter eggs. They're oval, they're not really round, and it looks like they don't come out. So they're just made to look like they're resting in the case, but you can't actually take them out. So let's go ahead and take a look, throw some batteries in, and see what it looks like when you light it up. Alright, so once you stick the 3 AAA batteries into the box, you flip the switch, and they have kind of a cool glowing effect. They don't just light up, they actually glow. And on the inside, they have sort of a texture to them. It gives them much more of a precious stones effect to it. It's kind of cool. Like I said, they don't come out, and if you feel them, the plastic itself is fairly cheap. So you would basically have to display this entire box. And like I said, it really only looks cool when you have it on. And of course, I'm sure it'll go through the AAA batteries pretty quickly. So, this is the sort of thing, I don't know if I would display this at all. It may just get stuck in a closet, may get put back in the whole box in storage somewhere. The statues for sure will get displayed, but yeah, the Power Stone thing, I don't. The Infinity Gems, I just don't know if I'd actually display this somewhere. So now we come to our favorite part, the was it all worth it? And first thing, of course, that we talk about is the price. So this entire set retails for $200. And of course, I always pre-order this stuff through Amazon, where you get 20% off all video games and collector's editions. But recently they stopped giving 20% off big collector's editions like these. Luckily, the Best Buy Gamers Club, which I happen to be a member of course, still gets you 20% off all their video games, including collector's editions. So I actually ordered it through there. So this is normally $200, but 20% off, I actually paid $160. So starting at $160, the first thing we'll talk about is the game itself. This is actually the deluxe edition of the game, so you could buy just this exactly if you wanted to online or in the store. It included the Steelbook and the Character Pass. Again, this retailed for $90. I would have pre-ordered it either through Amazon or Best Buy, so I would have gotten the 20% off. So it would have been $72. So basically, this is $72, knocked off the price of the collector's edition right at the start. So that knocks us down to $88. Not quite half, but we're getting close. So the other reason I pre-ordered it. Oh, and can I say, I'm really glad they just threw the deluxe edition in there. It's nice when they just take this, throw it in the collector's edition, so you're getting the season's pass. It's a pet peeve of mine when they don't include a season pass when the game has one. In a big collector's edition, you pay the money, throw in the season pass. I just hate it when games don't do that. Tekken 7. Anyway, so let's move on to the statues. The other reason I pre-ordered this, I actually like these. I'm a little more impressed than I thought. They're a good size, they're good quality, they're good detail, and I like all the characters they picked. I don't really have any figures or much of anything featuring any of these characters. So like I said, all of these are going to get displayed somewhere. So now the question is, exactly what is each one worth? My original thought was maybe around $20 each. But like I said, I was kind of surprised in the quality and stuff of these. I would actually say each one of these, like if you walked into a store and, looked to buy one of these, they would go for $20 easy. I could see them going for at least 25. So I would actually say $25 for each one. That might be a little high. I'm trying to think on this one. Let's split the difference. Let's say each one's $22. I know it's kind of a random number, but I feel like that's a good number to hit. So 22, 44, 66, 88, which I didn't do that on purpose, is exactly the amount we have left. So the statues right here then pay for the remainder of the collector's edition that zeroes us out, which is probably good because, like I said, the Infinity Stones are kind of cool. I like the fact that they glow and they do look better when they're lit up. They have that textured look, give them more of a gem-like appearance. But I don't see myself displaying this box, having it on all the time, glowing or whatever. And like I said, the plastic isn't that. Nothing is impressive about this. The box is actually in some ways nicer than the gems themselves. So I would probably give that, like something like this I pick up for $10 in a bin somewhere. So yes, this was worth it. The collector's edition definitely met expectations. The two reasons I got it were for the steelbook and then for the figures, and then the character pass being thrown in is nice. So I got what I wanted out of it. I like the statues, I like the steelbook, and like I said, this was just an extra. Could have been nicer, but didn't really hurt me in the long run. So overall, I'm excited to play this game. I'm gonna go display these statues somewhere. So y'all get out of here because I wanna go start playing this game right now. And we will see you the next time some cool loot drops. Bye, everybody.